Hello, hello. Welcome to Unboxing Alyss, the YouTube channel with a purple fox that unboxes things. I'm Alistair Frost, and today we're ending Poodling Summer. Woo! Yeah, the weather finally caught up with itself, and it's cold. Though it's the end of October, so it should be cold. And I finally had to turn my heat on, so I'm mad about that. But yeah, no more poodling because it is cold. But at the same time, this is kind of a rush video, so I'm not doing the sleeves. So yeah, enjoy Immediate Myrtle Professionals because this is probably the last time I'm going to wear this. A friend's actually going to buy it off me because it's too big now for me. So yeah, she'll buy it, and I'll hopefully get a replacement. Not sure. Anyway, that's not why we're here. We're here to finish out 2023 Fursona Pins. That was terrible. The Fursona Pins 2023 D&D Edition Collection. There we go. I did it. So, I did look up, what I did, and they aren't labeled on Patreon, so I've done my best, and I was a little confused because I was going through Artificer, Okay, who am I missing? I'm missing Wizard, Sorcerer, Warlock, and why am I missing 3? Because there's 12 classes, and there are 12 months, and no, there aren't. I completely forgot. With the addition of the Artificer class, we now have 13 classes. So, yeah, you're going to miss one, regardless. And it is true, I haven't done, Wizard, Sorcerer, and Warlock, and I guess they're just kind of combined in these final 2. So, I'm just going to show you November and December of 2023, and it's just going to kind of encompass all 3 of those classes, because looking at them, I can't tell what's what. I honestly can't. They're not labeled on Patreon. I tried looking it up before I started this video. So yeah, I'm just going to show you a bunch of people with magic in their fingers. So we're going to do that. All right, cool. Yeah, all right. We'll start with November. Here we go. Over there. By the way, with the last video, I was a little perplexed, but I think I put in edits, but I actually was missing a pin in the last shipment. I think it was September. I think it was September. I was missing a pin. I was supposed to have 7 pins, but it has literally been like 2 years, so I don't care. I don't. All right. How did you sigh? What did you do? Did you staple this? Yeah, that's not gonna come apart without paws coming off. So bear with me. There we go. Dump those out, make sure none of them fall. All right, that over there, put my paw back on. Not gonna bother putting the paw inside the hoodie. That's just not gonna happen with one hand. There we go. All right, so this is the November shipment. Again, I have no clue what class it is, but all of these people have magic fingers. And we'll start. Oops, I got two. There we go. All right, we'll start with this magic fingered person. Wow. They look kind of like a Scully, but probably not. They have a lot of fire color, so I do like fire. Oh, that sounds okay. NSA, please don't listen to me. That's not what I meant. No, I like when it comes to like powers and everything. I do enjoy like fire powers. There we go. I fixed it. Hopefully, I'm not on the list. But this creature clearly has that. I don't know if they are a Scully. Maybe they might just be a canine. I'm not sure. But they have fire in their paws, and they look like that. They look cool. Again, don't know yet if they're the exclusive or what they're supposed to be. I'm going to grab this other one because I grabbed 2 at once. Okay, this is a skull dog for sure. And they have a staff and a burb. I think it's a crow or raven. Some kind of blackbird. And they are looking pleased with themselves. So yeah, this is definitely a Scully. And thank you for this little bit here. Now I can just hold them up like that so you can actually see them. Though I understand if the light hits this a certain way, you can't see it, but I am not going to know that's a thing until I edit. Let's see, next. This one has a lot of white, I think some green. Can't tell what creature it is. Maybe a canine. They also have squiggly stuff out of their paws. Maybe like smoke, or maybe they're a ghost. I don't know what this is. Tell me what this is. Tell me. Awesome. Just realized I forgot to close the door to my office before I started filming. So hopefully you guys can't hear anything. It's fairly quiet despite the heat being on. The only other thing I could think of is traffic outside, because there's a busy street right outside the front. This is the front of my house, but I don't think it's shown up in other like videos, probably because the mic isn't here inside my head. So hopefully that will carry over into this video. And I live by myself, so no one should be skulking around out there. So if I hear footsteps and scream, I call the police, because I should be by myself. All right. Oh, I think I like this one. I think it's a fox. They may have more than one tail. Magic, spirit fingers. But oh, they also have a scroll. So possibly a wizard, maybe. Though I did play a warlock in my friend's campaign. With my Thursday group, we've done about 3 different campaigns. We have a main one that we're working on now. There was a secondary one that was supposed to be a one-shot. That's literally what we call it right now. It's part of an inside joke. But another friend within that same group has been DMing that, and it was just there. So, like, the first DM could kind of take a break. Some things were going on in their lives, so she took a break, and someone else picked it up. And so we kind of went back and forth between those, and then they both needed a break. So my friend, I'll call him JD in this, because he is also in Every Pony Should Pony. Please listen to our podcast. But he actually did a one-shot, which took 4 months, because no one-shot is going to be a 4-hour thing with us. But, he took over. And in his campaign, I actually was a warlock. And I think, according to my warlock subclass, I think I did have a book. But wizards are known for having like spell books, because that's how they learn. Wizards will study magic, kind of like, well, I wouldn't say kind of like Harry Potter, but I will not pretend to say I'm an expert in the Harry Potter world. So it seems like that's a combination of not warlock, sorcerer and wizard. If I'm wrong, please yell at me in the comments, because I'm not an expert. But with wizards in D&D, you study magic. With sorcerers, you are born with it. With warlocks, you make a pact with an entity and gain it that way. So that is the difference between those 3 classes. But I did have a warlock in JD's campaign. He did have a book because of his specific subclass. So, but this one does have a scroll, which, a very papery book. And it looks like they're holding like roses and stuff. I'm pretty sure that's their like, magic-y stuff. But I'm guessing this is like a kitsune, because I think they have multiple tails. So, kitsune. And I grabbed nothing. The heck? Oh, this might be like the same thing I already opened, so this must be the exclusive. I, again, don't know what this is. It looks like their mouth is like really open wide. Whatever they are, they've got like the ghost fingers. So, yeah, I can't identify this. So just take a look at that. Tell me what that is. I might be able to figure them out in edits, but like I never, even when I didn't know what it was during the video, and I like, oh, it's a this in the edits, because I can see it more clearly. I'm not gonna like type it somewhere. Just yell at me in the comments. That's more fun. Ooh, squirrel. There's a lot of jazz going on in this one. There's a lot of like magical wavy stuff going in this. They may be a squirrel, but I'm not sure. A bird? Wow, what is this? That's not helping. I don't know what this is. All the like magic-y stuff is kind of blending in, and a lot of the colors are muted and similar, so it's hard to tell what is what in a lot of these, unfortunately. But I did like that kitsune for sure. That was really cool, and also easier to see. And here is the 7th one, which should be the another exclusive. Or not. No, this is a fox. Canine. Bovine. Something with "ine" at the end. But they also have a staff and a big fluffy tail. They just look ready to, I don't know, magic somebody up. I like that one. with the K9 Voltine, whatever they are. And another thing you might be hearing is like the spring in my jaw. I can't really silence it. I've tried getting in there with like a wrench. My wrench actually sucks. I'm still putting furniture together in this house, and I was trying to tighten something for my daybed over in the Helliverse. Yes, I have a hell-themed bedroom, like a guest bedroom next door. But my wrench could not. Yeah, one of the wheels is still like sticking way out in the like trundle part of the daybed. But that's, oh, I'm sorry. That's it for pins. I should have, I think, 2 stickers. Oop, that guy's definitely upside down. That's a butt. All right. These are going to be harder to show, but we got our Scully. I actually like the colors in this. I feel like I should have seen this already, since it should match one of the pins I showed you. I don't remember seeing like blues and purples and stuff for some reason, or it could just be my eyesight in this thing. And I feel like there should be another sticker. Is there not? Did it fall on the floor? It did? I'm not going to see. No, okay. Maybe just one sticker. I have no idea. That's November. So let's get into December, where we're going to see more people with magic fingers. Oh my god. Yeah, there's like a Ziploc bag. Every time I get something from Psy, they're packaged differently. It's really weird. The last one was like all folded and stapled, and this one's a Ziploc bag. In the past, it's usually just been like the plastic that has the edge that is sticky. So just pull that off and it's done. So maybe Psy ran out of those and had to improvise, or maybe this is the way that they're going. Not sure. Okay. Say, I have 2 stickers or 1 sticker? Okay, I have 2 stickers for this, so maybe another shipment got me. I don't know. I feel like I should have 2 stickers with that. Let's check the bag. No, nothing in the bag. And there shouldn't be anything in that. Yeah, so I have no idea. Let me put my paw back on. We'll start December. Let's see what we've got. Oh. I remember these being more like avian. I think this is kind of like a hawk, eagle, something. I think they are carrying a staff. Yeah, I see wings. So they're kind of aarakocra-like. If you aren't familiar with D&D, my Friday D&D group actually, I'm in 2 different D&D groups. They don't play as often, but in that campaign, I am an aarakocra sorcerer. So my character's actually kind of represented here. Aarakocra are bird people. They're like anthropomorphic birds. They do have regular arms and then wings separately. I think in previous iterations of them, they had the wing arms. So it was just one big piece. But no, my character Kita has like separate wings and then like whole arms. I might put a picture of her up here or something. I think I've shown you her before, but just in case, I'll put her ref sheet over here. It didn't get completed. The artist couldn't finish it, but it's for the most part done. But that's kind of what I think I'm looking at. I think I'm looking at like a burb of powerful burb. I think Kita also has a staff as part of her backstory, but she is very much a sorcerer. She was born with her abilities, and she is a celestial sorcerer. That is her subclass. So a lot of like, she basically has access to cleric spells in addition to, obviously sorcerer spells. I'll put these over here because I have to take pictures of them separately. I grabbed that with her because we have 2 paladins, and paladins generally heal. I wasn't sure how willing they'd be to heal each other and us, so I went ahead and picked the Celestial, so we'd have another healer in the party. And then later on, another guy joined our group, and he's a bard, and bards can heal as well. So we have healers out the wazoo in my Friday D&D group. Oopsie. Yep, definitely a burb. So I think the bird's just flying, and they are holding a staff as well, or sword, or not a sword, spear, something. It honestly looks like a lamppost, but I don't really know. And they have some jazz around the back of them, so I'm guessing these are the exclusives. I do like the birds because we don't see a ton of birds. And that's just a nice change. After that, yeah, so these are basic. I think I just blew through all the exclusives. but this was kind of like a white eagle-ish thing with that same staff stick. I like the colors in this one. Just, black and white burb for the most part. And now we'll get to like the characters and other stuff. 2, 3. Oh, there's the 7th one. Okay. That's definitely upside down. I don't know what this is because it's just black and red. Everything's just black and red except their teeth. So honestly, it's kind of like that row over there, because regardless of if you're watching Hell of a Boss or Has Been Hotel, things tend to be black and red in those shows. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing with this character. I don't... They may be an ungulate. I'm not sure, but well, they got really sharp teeth, and ungulates tend to not have those. But I don't know. Tell me what this is. It looks like it did fall out of Hell of a Boss, though. In all honesty, it's very demonic looking. After, I don't know, Demon Goat, we've got... I think this is a snake. That's also pretty rare. Yeah, I think it may like be an actual snake with like no limbs, which sounds dumb because that's what a snake is. But there are a lot of I've seen a lot of personas and characters that are snakes, like a cobra or something, but they also gave it arms and legs, which at one point is a snake not a snake, because I feel like that's not a snake. But at the same time, if your persona is a snake and you want to get like a suit made of them or something, I don't know how you do that without limbs. Else, where do you put your limbs? So I'm not sure how that would work. So I get it, like giving them limbs. But I think this is like a true snake with no limbs, but I could be wrong. It looks really pissed off. It does look like it's about to bite my face. These are very angry spellcasters that we're dealing with these 2 months. Okay. Oh, almost upside down. So yeah, this is definitely an ungulate. It's a lot of greens. I do not like green. But the character themselves are more like orange. I think they have little... I can't tell what that is. That could be part mermaid. I could be looking at a kelpie. I don't know. Or a Capricorn. Like the horoscope. I think it's an ungulate type of thing. Maybe with fins at the bottom. But there's like a lot of green surrounding them. I don't know if that's kelp or, grass or what. And finally, for the pins, it's something I can't pick up. Yeah, this is definitely a canine. And they look like they're wearing like a diaper. Oh, they have 3 heads. Holy sandwiches. Okay. So yeah, I think this is a Cerberus-like canine. Just kind of wearing minimal armor, so they feel more barbarian, honestly, than, spellcaster. But I can't tell what they're holding. One thing I know in my mind what it looks like to me. I'm not going to say out loud because this is, a PG video. The other one's definitely carrying like a skull, though, like a skull and a spinal cord like attached to it. So if you've ever seen the Predator movies, that because that's like the Predator's favorite thing to do, is just rip spines out of people with their skulls still attached. That's what I'm looking for, or looking at, with this Cerberus, like possibly a German Shepherd, not sure. And that's it for the pins. We do have 2 stickers this time, so one might have gotten left out again. I don't know. If it is underneath me and I just can't see it because I'm in suit, I will post it somewhere. But I don't think anything fell. I'm sure you guys are laughing at me because something probably fell and I just can't see it. So it might be in my lap or something. Again, there are 2 stickers here. They're just stuck together. So we have... Yeah, we've got burb people. Like burb tiger people? Tiger burb. Oh, griffin. There we go. I got there. We have some griffins. Because they don't have like bird feet, and they've got like, they've got cat feet, cat tails, all that. So I'm guessing they are griffins. Really pretty, actually. I really do like the griffin look. Yeah, and this is the other one. Well, I think there were 3, but there's another one. I think I'm liking that first one the most in terms of the coloration, but this one's pretty nice too. I cannot remember what the third one looked like. And that's it. That is the end of November, December of 2023, and that is also the end of the Fursona Pins DnD Collection. So I hope you guys enjoyed that over this year. I was smart this time, and next year I will go over the 24 collection. I did find a list for that because there's no way in hell I was going to guess most of those. So I actually did find that and save it a few minutes before I started this video. So that is set for next year. But yeah, looking at these, a lot of things were hard to see, but I did like the Cerberus. I liked the Griffins, most of them. I just like those exclusives. I know there were a couple in the first batch that I really liked. The first guy with the fire, I did like that. I also like the Kitsune. So I think those are going to be my standouts for this video. Let me know what you guys liked and what you didn't like. If you got this shipment, I'm tired and I'm on a deadline. So let's wrap this up. You guys know the drill. You like what if you like what I do, like, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications. It is now the end of October and we're moving into November. November is going to be Gateway Furmeet. Things are coming out a lot later, like on my socials right now. This video should be coming out on time, but yeah, I've forgot to post. Well, I didn't forget, but I'm kind of smashing this video and my previous one in posts on Insta and Blue Sky. I'm going to be doing the same thing with everything, or every pony pony, because the first 2 weekends in October I was at conventions. I was at 2 back-to-back conventions. Don't know if I want to do that again because I was exhausted after the second one, especially because the first one was Gateway Furmeet, and that is, I worked that con, so I was constantly moving around and securitying. That's not a word. I don't care for that convention. With GalaxyCon, which was I think the 9th to the 11th or whatever those dates are, I was just an attendee, but there's still a lot to do. So next November, in November, I will be talking about Gateway Furmeet, and I'm sure if you have seen or you're used to my channel, you'll know that format. You'll see the what I did, which I will need to go back. I did not take notes this time. Usually I have a diary of what I did as I do it when I do conventions or when I go on vacation. I did not do that this time, so I'm going to have to look through Venvi and look at the schedule and figure out where the heck I was for a lot of things. Hopefully you guys will enjoy that video, but I will be talking about just the con itself. And then for the second half of, rather the back half of November, I will be talking about what I bought, of which there's a lot. It's all just sitting over there. I actually do have a full shelf for my Kickstarter stuff that I will unbox on this channel. Yeah, that doesn't even fit over there. There's no place to put that. It's just kind of sitting over there next to like my Simply Safe stuff. But yeah, there will definitely be a lot of merch. I was not expecting to buy as much as I did. Was able to roll some money over to GalaxyCon, which was good because then I went overboard on GalaxyCon. Ow, my nose. Oh, God, I hope it's not broken. But yeah, that's what's coming up in November. I won't really be doing a video for GalaxyCon. I might throw some highlights in the Gateway Furmeet, like what did I do, just towards the tail end if I feel like it. I will probably put some pictures up for GalaxyCon on my socials, so be sure to look out for those. I did, because this is, GFM's a very tiny con. GalaxyCon is a big corporate-run con that it has various locations. So it had a GalaxyCon in, I don't know, Phoenix, and one in, South Carolina. I just said a city and then a state, whatever. But they're huge, and they get big names, i.e. William Shatner, Giancarlo Esposito, Bruce Campbell, who had the world's longest line. So they're 2 completely different cons, 2 completely different types of cons, 2 completely different sizes of cons. I may bring up some things. I will definitely post some pictures. I did actually get pictures taken with some voice actors, 3 from Hell of a Boss, and I think I got a signature from someone from Has-Been, a signature from John DiMaggio, who does Bender on Futurama, and Harvey Gilliam, who's great, and I love him. So I'll put those up, like, I paid for those. I'll put a few other pictures up, but I won't do a separate video for GalaxyCon. I just don't have time. And December will be Ciderfest, because that will be happening at the end of November. So that is what I have planned for the rest of the year. I think I have an idea of what I'm going to do in January, but I'll leave it for now. So until the first half of November, hope you guys are having a good fall, because it's finally fall temperature-wise. I'm so tired. I'm just glad 3 of my events are down, 1 to go. You know, I had my Hailstorm, Lindsay Sterling concert, and then I had GFM, and then I had GalaxyCon, and now I've got Ponyville Cider Fest, and then I will be done for the year, and I can just kind of relax and also save money because I'm poor. I spent way too much money on those, plus a couple Kickstarters, and there's one still outstanding for 8,000 kicks. You will definitely meet 8,000 kicks on this channel, by the way. I already have one of their things, and there's a couple other things coming. Anywho, I'll talk to you guys in November. Goodbye.